What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with Uno X career modes, and today the season proper starts because we have Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. So diving deep into today's calendar, we do have Omloop and Kerner, as well as the two French classics. I do enjoy the Ardèche Classic and Royal Bernard Drôme Classic as well. I think I'll play the Trofeo La Guelia as well. One of you guys requested that race, and I too very much enjoy it as well. We're not going to Strada Bianca this year, bit of a shame, and I may try and include Paris-Nice. We'll see how we're doing for time and how busy we are in these races. Let's not mess around any further. It is time for Omloop. 193k, plenty of cobbles as we know. Colbrelli, Van Aert, Sturven, Pigcock is here. So many big riders. I can see Alexander Kristoff on that favourites list as well. But we have a very strong classics team this year. You can see our squad. Kristoff, Magnus Kort, Marcus Houlegaard. We also have Werenskjold as well, who can sprint. But three big leaders, I would say. Houlegaard, Kristoff and Magnus Kort. And I think this should be our team throughout the Belgian Classics this year. So I cannot wait to get into this. Let's see how we get on. Away we go. Omloop is here. The cycling season begins properly today. Magnus Kort gets a -1 day. He needs a big plus days on the cobbles because only 73 as a base cobble stat isn't really good enough. But luckily, we have a certain Alex Kristoff with a massive day. Let's go. We're all in for Kristoff for this one. I think part of that plan is putting Jonas Widerberg in the breakaway just to have someone up the road again. It just is a tactical advantage at this stage of the race. So now 75k to go. No real situation change apart from the breakaways gap being close to 2 minutes. And to be honest, I'll happily trundle like this to the finish line because Kristoff is quite quick. So now at the 50k to go mark, you are looking at the group behind the peloton. Only 67 riders are left here right now. I think some of these gaps should be closed again, but again, we're looking pretty good. Kristoff, Houlegaard, even Magnus Kort. If we can get this guy to the end in the front group, it will be hugely beneficial. And to be honest, the race just hasn't quite got going just yet. Of course, we do have the Kappelmeer and the Bosbergs to come. Those two climbs are going to be crucial here today because we still have 100 riders suddenly at the front of the race. This group is massive. And now, here we go. The mad rush for the foot of the Kappelmeer is on. I'm going to try and get there. Ethan Hayter on the front right now. You can see, oh, this is absurd. This would be so dangerous in real life. 77 riders all trying to arrive into the Kappelmeer at the same time. Anyway, we've lost pretty much all our guys. Magnus Kort is going to be a pure domestique today. Kristoff and Houlegaard, just try and stay safe here. Okay, here we go. That is exactly what we've been able to do. Look at this. We have Kristoff and Houlegaard at the front of the race. Sturven and Stibar are trying something here. Let's work together, guys. Look at this. We have 5 riders at the front. A few more, including Colbrelli, trying to come back on. But we have big gaps emerging right here. Here is the Bosberg. Sturven, he tries to go for it. He tries to go for victory. And I think, shall I work for Kristoff? Because Wout van Aert is here. So I think what I am going to do is maybe try and attack him if we're not going to get blocked by our teammate here. But we have 4 riders. Surely we need to work together. We have Kristoff, Van Aert, Sturven and Houlegaard looking likely to win this race. Stibar was dropped there. However, we now have 15 seconds to the front, and Jasper Sturven is going to try and attack. These guys, they can try and attack us, but we have teammates here. Colbrelli, Van Marker, surely they're not coming back on now. And so we have some options here. We could try and attack, or I could literally follow one rider each with each of our riders and see what happens. Sturven, he's not happy for this to come in for a sprint at the moment. And look at this. That means there is a complete stop in the rhythm. So there you go. Marcus Houlegaard puts in a massive attack, tries to come past Sturven, tries to come past Wout van Aert, and Marcus Houlegaard making his bid to win Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, but I don't think he's going to. Okay, so at this point, Kristoff, get in the wheel of Wout van Aert and don't move. There are 4k to go. Oh no, I said don't move. I said don't move. Jasper Sturven has attacked and Wout van Aert cannot follow. Oh no, have we messed this up? I think we might have done. Alex Kristoff is going to have to rely on Wout van Aert here. No one else is coming back into play. Jasper Sturven trying to hold on for Omloop. He's being made to do the work. We're forcing him into it. 1k to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's try and get the jump on him. There goes Wout van Aert. Here comes Alex Kristoff. It's a two-way battle. Wout van Aert versus Alexander Kristoff, who wins Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. What a race for the team today. We played it to perfection and we get the W. UnoX at their best today. Oh, that was such an enjoyable finale. We just about had enough to beat Wout van Aert. I thought our arch nemesis would come back to haunt us again, but Alex Kristoff, we signed him for a reason, guys. So Kerner, Brussels Kerner, can we make it 2 out of 2 in Belgium? Of course, Wout van Aert is here again. We've just beaten him in one sprint. Can we do it in another? Let's see. So, of course, an identical team to our Omloop team, but not quite the race days we had there, that's for sure. Kristoff passing a bit too much last night. He's on a -3. Magnus Cort gets a decent day, so we do have 2 options in a potential sprint later on. So I've chosen to ride this race a lot more defensively. I'm pretty sure it will be a much bigger sprint compared to Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, so I'll let the other teams bring in this breakaway rather than trying to join it myself. Current state of the race then, we have almost 100 riders still capable of winning, although 2 of those that probably aren't are Mikhail Kwiatkowski and I didn't quite see who else fell. It was Nathan van Hooijdonk right there, but we also, I think, are starting to see attacks. It's Florian Vermeersch on the attack here. 12k to go then. I've decided to kind of split our team a little with Gianni Vermeersch now up the road, but Kristoff is following Wout van Aert. He's going to stay glued to his wheel whilst we are going to do a traditional lead out for Magnus Cort Nielsen. Whoever is in the best position at the end is going to try and win. So 6k to go. We've had attacks, but of course we have fended them off with relative ease. I would suggest Kristoff, he is right there, right on Wout van Aert's wheel as we asked of the experienced veteran right now, but Houdegaard coming to the front of the race. Malia is here. Tim Wellens, are you really going to try and attack at this tempo? Not a smart idea, my friends. But now, up to 99, we go with Houdegaard. Wrestle, I think you can start your lead out ahead of this final corner. Kristoff and Magnus Cort are ready to launch with 1k to go. There they go, Magnus Cort, but look at Malia. Look at Malia. Can we challenge Tim Malia with Magnus Cort? No, we cannot. Tim Malia is going to win KBK. It's a solid second place here for us today, and Kristoff is going to actually beat Wout van Aert, so 2 out of 2, I would say. I mean, when you have Tim Malia on your wheel like that, it's hard to beat him, I must say, but I'm pretty happy with that race. I don't think we could have got too much more out of it. Liked trying to go for Magnus Cort on that plus day compared to Kristoff as well on a poor day. So a quick break from the live play action. This is a race I play Le Mans, and you can see we have a 15-minute gap to the early breakaway. I've put some riders to the front to try and close this. It was a bit too late after I realised. You can also see on screen Finn, a Norwegian new gen who is a good cobbler, good sprinter, well-rounded rider. I'll certainly be interested in signing him in the coming seasons. We'll see if he's available, but he's going on my shortlist for sure. But now you can see 7k to go. Lawrence Rex, Soren Krauw, Anderson, they are trying to attack, but the breakaway are clinging on. Kevin De Bruyne in the breakaway. I think we have Lars Homan as well, and it looks like the breakaway are going to take this. We are completely done, by the way. If you look to the left, you'll see our riders have literally no energy, but it's Kusta Sats on the wheel for SEG Racing Academy. Now come Bora and Danny Van Poppel trying to sprint under La Flamme Rouge, but is there enough time remaining in the stage? There isn't, and I think Jan Patayan, a rider I've literally never heard of, is going to win for Leopard Pro Cycling. What an absurd race that was. Next up then, we swing over to France for the Fornardèche Classic. I can already see that Primoz Roglic is here, so winning this race may already be out of the question, but we do bring Andreas Kron, who I'm pretty sure will be leading us today. So there is Primoz alongside our boy Andreas Kron. I think I'll try and join the breakaway today because, guys, look at our race day conditions. We have everyone on a plus day. Our 2 leaders as well. Kron on a +3, Sharmik on a +5. I think we can try and win this race. And so it's a 10-man breakaway out front today. Of course, Captain Price is among them. I'm not sure we're going to hold on. We have 3 minutes, 95k still to go. And of course, I don't expect Captain Price and the breakaway to hold on today. I honestly hope they don't, because Captain Price isn't the best puncher from this group, but hopefully it does force the other teams into making this a difficult race. As you can see, it's Jumbo all over the front at the moment. So 22k to go then. The breakaway has come apart. Captain Price doesn't have anything left. Now it's time to really make this difficult. Okay then, it's Ida Anderson and Anders Garset really trying to blow this race up, and I think the man I'm going to try and attack with is going to be Anton Sharmik. There he goes. There he goes. Who can follow? Kron is is going to maybe get in the wheel of someone like Mike Woods, as Anton Sharmik tries to go clear and no one can follow the Dane for now. In the descent then, Anton Sharmik has 15 seconds on Mari van Saven, and then we have a group of 32 riders still here. We have Scarset here who can sprint, Kron as well, and Kron is just following Primoz Roglic. And right now Mari van Saven is giving his all to catch Anton Sharmik. I don't really want him in my wheel, to be honest, so I'm going to kick away here. I'm going to try and kick away from van Saven. Oh, we're going to have to work with him. We're going to have to work with the Belgian man, as just 25 seconds to the group behind now. And this could be a final launch point. I'm checking for attacks all the time. There goes Kosnefra. There goes Roglic. There goes Petr Vakoc as well. And Sharmik has now been caught. Let's get in the wheels and make sure we're following, because I think Andreas Kron is now our leader for the rest of the day. All right, there's just 14 riders left at the front. 3K to go. Anton Sharmik trying to carry Kron to a winning position. There goes Velasco for Astana. Premier Tech. Roglic is here. Van Savenen. Ryabashenko as well. 1K to go. And there goes Kron going for the line. Does he have the kick to hold these guys off and take them on? Here comes Roglic. But Andreas Kron is going to win the Fawn Ardèche Classic. What a race. What a performance. I loved that win. Let's go. When you get race days like that, you cannot pass up on winning opportunities. And Andreas Kron is the man to get it for us. Next up in France then is the Royal Bernard Drôme Classic. I can already see that Alaphilippe and Alessandro Covi are here. Alaphilippe in particular, a bit of a danger, I would say. And my word, our guys are just in ridiculous form right now, hitting plus days pretty much every single day without fail. Kron in great form again, but Jonas Abrahamsson trying to bridge to the breakaway on a beautiful +5 day. And so quickly up the road today, we do have 13 riders. Abrahamsson surely one of the strongest on this massive day. You would think so, at least. And so then we now transition to the decisive end of the race. I just saw Alaphilippe up here. He is lurking. He is ready to go. If he attacks on any of the following hills, we need to follow. My word, I thought he went already, but Honoré looks to be setting up Alaphilippe right now. So the breakaway have just been caught, all but Jonas Abrahamsson. I decided to try and counter-attack with him, really just to try and hold on for as long as possible up the roads. However, he has now been caught, and look at us all over the front. Yet again, we're trying to dominate these races from the front, and apparently we're literally riding off the front as well. I won't complain too much about that because it does mean Fortunato has to close this gap. However, I think this is where we really need to try and create some major separations. So maybe I should sit up with these guys. Sharmik is here, Kron is here as well. Shall I attack with maybe Sharmik again first? That worked last time. A treat. So let's go. Sharmik can go up the roads, and Kron is just going to try and follow any other moves. Right, here we are. Emmanuel Bookman is going to try and pace us in. So over the climb, it's 49 riders who have a 49-second gap actually to Anton Sharmik up the road. It's a pretty sizable gap, but a long way still to go here. All right, and now Sharmik has been caught. Van Savenen trying to attack again. Sharmik doesn't really have anything left. I would like to try and again try and make this as selective as possible. So I think maybe Abrahamsson can try in the descent, but no, we still have 34 here, but we do have 4 riders crucially. So again, we've played our card. We're down to 4 at the front. It shouldn't be a big deal though. I think of course Kron is going to be our big leader. The others can control attacks for now, and then I may try and force something over this next short climb with about 10k to go. All right, this is it right now. Abrahamsson and Larsen straight up to 95. Kron as well, really getting ready to go. Is that Alaphilippe? That is Julian Alaphilippe right to the front, and Kron is going to launch. Alaphilippe doesn't follow. He doesn't follow at all. Alessandro Covi is the man to try and follow and join up with Kron. So is anyone going to want to do this work behind? Let's see. Kron and Covi, we need to work together now. It's a T-Mobile legend joining up with a soon-to-be Uno X legend as well. Lots of attacks behind, not much cooperation, and Covi is not working with Kron at all either. We have the strength though, and now Van Savenen is here as well. Let's sit on his wheel for a bit, but no, he doesn't really want to do any work either, and the group behind are now coming back to us as well. Oh, it's not really ideal. Let's go up to maybe 88, 87, try and control things here, but Mari van Savenen is in our wheel. There are 34 riders ready to go, all out for the line. There goes Kron. Van Savenen coming. Alaphilippe, more importantly, is coming, but he is no match for the insane form of Andreas Kron right now. He is unbeatable. Let's go. I just had to go and check their difficulty levels because we are, of course, playing on extreme difficulty. Had to check it was my custom 1.1. It is, and we are somehow absolutely killing it to start this season. Everyone is just clicking together. Seems we've built a very nice balanced team, and we just can't stop winning right now. We swing it over to Italy then for the final race of today's episode. Trofeo Lagueglia, definitely one of my favourite hilly races. I think we're in March now. Yes, we are. And Mark Hershey is the big favourite with that 82 hill. And at this point, guys, I'm not even sure I need to tell you who my leaders are for these types of races. Andreas Kron +4, Sharmig +3, Train as well on a +4 day. What a team we have yet again. And I think I'll try and join the breakaway with Johannes Stornamitte. And I think we have a sighting of Alex Vinokorov's son actually in game, but it was a big fight for today's breakaway. We do have 8 riders up the road, including the Cypriot champion. So UAE are the team manning the front. Look at their domestiques. Mark Soler, Felix Groschartner and Patrick Conrad. 3 riders who could definitely win this race in their own right, as we do have 4 riders bridging to the breakaway as well. So Rasmus Tiller did crash, unfortunately for us. He's behind in a group with Fiorelli and I think Samuele Battistella, who are the leaders for those 2 respective teams right there. Anyway, further up the road, we need to stay focused because the Colla Michera is going to decide this race with world champion Mark Hershey in the waiting. His UAE teammates are just riding away from him. Their team is just too crazy, man. In fact, actually, it was a genuine attack by Mark Soler. Very intriguing tactics because he's been on the front all day long, but now definitely a danger in that group. And so who works now? We have 19 riders in the peloton, the group with Hershey, Kron, Sharmig, Train as well. A couple of attacks maybe going, but 13 riders. This breakaway group is suddenly very dangerous in my opinion. And this is why no one wants to do any of this work. So I think what I will do is try and bridge this gap with one of our riders at least right now. Maybe 2. Because Sharmig has gone. I think he is going to bridge that gap. And it's probably too late for Train and Kron now, you know. I think we're going to have to stay here with Hershey. Okay, this race is absolutely everywhere. I'm trying to mark Hershey, and Sharmig has now been caught. Stornamitte is up the road trying to catch, I think, Ustra, the last remaining rider from the breakaway. We can stay here and make Mark Soler and UAE do this work. There we go then, Stornamitte has been caught and this is now crunch time. It's up to the big dogs, the big riders left in this race, the pure punchers to make the difference. And there we go, Mark Hershey follows a move by Dion Smith. We need to try and follow with our guys. Let's attack this descent. Alright, so this race is just absolutely exploded. The likes of Bauke Mollema is gone. Patrick Conrad just about getting back in. We have 3 riders at the front. We need to capitalise on that for sure. Sharmig maybe trying to attack, but I want to follow as well, so I don't know. I think Sharmig might have to give himself up here. Let's see then, here we go. Anton Sharmig, Torsten Train, really making this difficult right now. The world champ is here, and who can follow this treacherous tempo on the final ascent of this hill? I know for sure Mark Hershey can, and he was actually thinking of an attack right there, I believe. But we have the numbers. I think we may as well just try and control this over the top. There goes Hershey. There goes Mark Hershey in the descent. Do I try and follow with maybe 1 or 2 riders? I think I do. All right, 7k to go. Hershey is trying to attack. We can easily cover that off though with Torsten Train at maybe 92. Sharmig is just going to maybe follow Dion Smith. He looks pretty good today, and Andreas Kron on this +4 looks really good now with his teammate support. And there you go. Hershey has tried his attack. He is now done. Do I wait for the sprint? I don't think so. Against the world champion, Andreas Kron gives his all, going for victory today. Oh my word, look at that vicious attack by Andreas Kron. Mark Hershey doing his best to get back to him, but I think we have this victory sewn up, unless Mark Hershey, the world champ, can get back to Andreas Kron. I don't think he's going to though. Andreas Kron trying his best to hold off Mark Hershey, and this has been another beautiful edition of Trofeo Lagueglia, but it is Andreas Kron who beats Mark Hershey. Oh my word, we are on insane form right now. Is it too late to get that podium? I think it is. with Anton Sharmig. Doesn't matter though, we win the race. My words, I cannot remember being so hot, guys. We cannot stop winning. We are absolutely piping hot. As hot as Steph Curry shooting from 28 foot. I swear, it's unbelievable right now. We cannot stop winning. The race days we are getting are crazy good. And Andreas shows it again, beating Mark Kershey. I mean, look at the attributes on the man. Didn't matter today. And so that will round out today's episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, as always. In the next one, we do have Paris-Nice. Really looking forward to, I think, our first attempt at Paris-Nice in this save. And then following that, I think we'll also play Milan-San Remo in that episode. We have the Belgian Cobble Classics. We have plenty of races coming up. Maybe 3 or 4 episodes before we reach the Giro d'Italia. Cannot wait for that. Let's take a brief pause to see how we're getting on. It's Christoph and Kron really leading the way for us, but we have almost 6 total riders in the top 20 in the world so far this season. That is crazy. Just with Sharmig outside in 21st place. We have loads of victories as well. As a team, we're second best, just behind Jumbo-Visma. And in terms of victories, we are running away with it right now. Guys, if you're still watching, drop a comment. Tell me how many wins you think we'll end up with this season. At our current rate, I think we're on for about 75 at least, but I'm sure we're not going to keep this up all season long. Anyway, dudes, smash that like button as always if you enjoyed. Really helps the videos out. I know everyone says it, but that's because it really does. Hit subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.